boom, we are live. Isn't that crazy? Right, just gotta go and announce everything because yes, even more Kubera. Who would have seen it coming? Absolutely insane, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Right, let me have a quick drink of water. Delicious, delicious, delicious hydration. Don't we all love it? Do not we all love it? Do not we all love it? That was a sentence and a half, wasn't it? Fucking hell. Right, let me just go announce this stream in the places of importance, and then in the places of importance. Wow, that was. Again, I'm speaking really well this morning. For me, it is 12 in the morning. Well, 12 in the afternoon is a more fair representation of that. I've only just woken up. Well, I woke up about an hour ago, but yeah, shut up. God. Boom, and there's it over on the Twitter.com. Well, X, I suppose, if you want to be pedantic, but Twitter. Twitter is Twitter is Twitter is Twitter is Twitter. And will always be Twitter. Right. And now just go put it on the L community page. You know, as standard. The commune. Oh my god. Hello, Pate. How are you doing? Sweet. At least I'm not the only one that woke up late. Fantastic. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. I'm very glad to hear it. Right, there we are. And just put this on the community page. Live with... So... Right, there we are. Fantastic. Right. Once that actually posts, there we are. Fantastic. That is all of the faff sorted out. Right. Amra, you are very... Angra Shadow, you are very correct. Kubera is peak. Hello. Hello. Thank you for spitting facts. How far into Kubera and Kubera am I? I am on... this... We'll be starting with chapter 16. Episode 16 of Kubera and Kubera. So, maybe halfway? Given what I was told in some of the other streams, it's been about 30-ish. I don't know how true that is. So I'm about, maybe halfway. Something like that. But chapter 16, for a concrete answer. But yeah, this is crazy. I've had a lot of time free over the past couple of weeks, so I've been able to stream like a madman. And I'll probably be able to stream Kubera next Wednesday as well. So Wednesdays kind of just become a day where I can stream if I've got it free. If I don't, I'll upload a video of something. But if I've got Wednesdays free, I will most certainly stream on them. Whether it'll always be Kubera or not, probably. But yeah, and so I can't stream this Friday, so there'll be a Kubera video back to the regularly scheduled programming on Friday. To just to let you all know, we will not be doing another double stream in this week because I am unfortunately back at work as of this Friday. Tragedy. True tragedy, but the time off was nice. So yeah, it'd be what it be. Right, I'm actually going to go back and look at the previous chapters so I remember what's happened. It's been like half a week. Yeah. Kalavenka showed up. Then Ryan shows up. Yeah. I remember what's happened. I remember. They deal with that fucker. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I remember. Nope. Yep, I remember. Cool. Fantastic. Oh, the ass Vince. Sorry, I should have stayed on my toes. Honestly, I agree. Out of everything, I've not read a whole lot. Well, I say I've not read a whole lot. I've read a decent amount of stuff. But Kubera is definitely, like, if not top 1, it's in the top 2. You know what I mean? Like, if it isn't number 1, it's number 2. And I don't really know what I could put above it. At least off the top of my head. So it's probably number 1. It's just the way, you know? The way it be. We be ballin'. You really don't know what happened to you. It's just like that, just like the last time. You lose yourself and you say you don't remember to fudge everything. But the hostile tendency of the Yorkshire clans is enough to explain this. It's way more.
Brother, wait. I'll explain to you later, so don't push him for now. He might lose again if you make him feel cornered like that. There's more to Ron's instability than just hostility.
Who's saying? I don't care. So the Conches they arrived at that time wasn't in the year end 23. Something tells me Kalavin can. Oh, this is definitely big fucker. Oh, are we gonna get to see this? Like what happened on Conches with these two? So the Conches they arrived at that time wasn't in the year end 23. Something tells me Kalavinka and Rod have been to more places before coming here. I mean, doesn't seem like a bold guess, does it? Given everything that went on over the past bloody million arcs, you know, like that's not the most shocking of revelations to have come to that conclusion, Maruna. Yeah, like I really want to see. Like I'm not interested. Like if they didn't immediately end up, back. If they, just ended up back in the year 23, then like, oh cool. And then he just came here from Conches, using the water channels like they did the first time, right? But we found out that it didn't. So come on, Corrigan. I need to know. I need to know. Also, how the fuck would Ron and Kalavinka have interacted during this? Oh no, yeah, Ron can understand Sura. Of course he can. Yeah, I'm being stupid. Duh. Ron, you're okay now, right? You're not hearing weird stuff anymore, right? Yeah, I'm okay now. It couldn't have been easy to hurry here. Thanks. Going back and forth from one side of the planet to the other is my thing, remember? I should have come sooner, but I got caught up in a terror, saving some humans and whatnot. It was such a mess. I forget that because she's not got the necklace anymore because it's on the Chaos half, right? Not half Chaos Rakshasa. She's just got a permanent bird head now. Fuck's sake. I think one of the Sura that attacked them uses a mental transcendental. The city was already in ruins, but the survivors were going at each other, fighting tooth and nail. Attacking two cities at the same time. Wait, Tatia, not Taita. Tatia, is that also your crew? No, Ron Sarov. Sona, there we are. That was the name of the one I couldn't remember the name of. Bloody hell, what was that sentence? Ron and being okay, two phrases that don't fit together much these days. Yeah, it's really sad. You gotta feel bad for Ron. Ron was like, just living life. He's trying to pass, get through university. That's the only reason he went on that journey in the first place was to get through fucking uni, right? Just to graduate and then, get married and have kids. I mean, he did achieve that last part. But along the way, his life went from being, pretty standard, just struggling uni student that maybe is a bit older than he should be to be a struggling uni student. But, just a struggling uni student to being involved with the collapse of the entire universe and having his life torn apart. Not rather unfortunate for the man, really. I mean, he probably would have been involved in this anyway because he's a very talented magician. So, but maybe he probably got a bit more twisted along the way than he would have if he hadn't been involved with Asher and Lee's. Son and I partnered with Sagara temporarily while we were running from our clanmates. And that shallow partnership just ended when I helped you guys. We never sided with the snakes, and never will. Wait, you were running from your clanmates? Why? That's because of Sona. Because our clanmates were about to kill him. I mean, I don't blame them. No offense. But chaos attribute anything is a problem. Well, I say that. Teo is technically triple chaos. And so is Kaz. But chaos attributes Sura are nothing but trouble. Right? They're just nothing but trouble. Season 3, episode 280. Kubera and Kubera, 16. I really gotta get a new fucking chair, man. I think I've said this in about every single stream I've done and a lot of videos recently. But this chair, it doesn't stay at the maximum height. It creaks like half the time when I'm moving it. It's just, yeah, it's old. I mean, I've had it for years now. But, it's just gonna be a pain to get rid of. and then get a new one. Especially because I've had to spend a lot of money recently on buying travel stuff for when I go to Japan and other faff. Like, you know, my dentist closed, so I've had to go to a new one that isn't on the NHS, so I have to go private, and so that's expensive. And yeah, money has I've gone from being very non-spending to having to spend a lot of money in a very short period of time, and then I also need to get a new chair. It's rough, you know. We live in a rough life, but hey, it be what it be. We bowl.
A chaos attribute Sura in the Sura realm is, to allies, they're a somewhat unsettling but powerful force, while to non-allies, they're a must-kill. They try to kill them every little chance they get. Sona was sealed away rather than executed, even after his horrendous acts 10,000 years ago. But that was because King Yaksha cared for him dearly and stood by him. But King Yaksha's now dead. He's been dead for a while. And the situation in the Sura realm is much worse since the Taraka have gone rampant.
Yeah, that wouldn't do Sona any favors. But then seeing how Sona just acted now, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. Leaving a chaos attribute Sura around just does not seem like the play. If you ask me, it just doesn't seem right.
They even decided to free those Sura that had been sealed as punishment, just to secure as many forces to fight the Taraka. But Sona just wouldn't fight them. It might be due to his chaos attribute, but he even acted as if he was rather defending them, harming other Sura, and said, yeah, you see, that we can't be having that.
We cannot be having that, Sona. You just off. Or just seal them away again, get rid of them. They're not helpful. In fact, they're a detriment to the cause, okay? We can't be dealing with that. Okay? Can't be dealing with it.
And recently,
Sona did nothing wrong. Well, you know, it's better safe than sorry with chaos attribute. You know, it better safe than sorry. They're not got a good track record. Look at all the Taraka. You know, they just ain't got a good track record. Have some fun? Yeah, well, if you want to have fun and then destroy a city in the process, that's you can't be having that. I mean, I did kind of try and defend Gadhava, but I didn't defend his actions. I defended the fact that he's trying to redeem himself. But Sona just no. Look, better safe than sorry. Just nip it in the bud. Yeah, Sona is a dude as well. But just tie him up, put him in a box. Just do what you've done with Yuta. Just put him in a box. Okay? Just put him in, just seal him up. Tie him, seal him, and then, you know, just leave him be. You don't have to kill him. Just take him out of the equation. Probably a safer thing to do than allow, you know, as we've just seen here, potentially even defending Taraka and attacking other Sura. Everything that happened, you know, in the last chapter. Like, yeah. Although, here it seems like he is defending Yuta, so there's one redeeming factor. Defending his king, I suppose. But, of course he would. Despite not being a Taraka, he is, you know, defending the king of them. Yeah.
Anyway, he just became a 5th stage nuisance that couldn't be controlled.
I agree. Honor, if Maruna's thoughts of, we gotta kill him. I agree. We gotta kill him. Oh, those fucking memes of like, I think we have to kill this guy. So, and like 2 people and one of them saying, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy. Damn. It's just like that. That's the vibe. Oh, Jesus.
And so, our clanmates decided to disregard their other Suras conspiring to kill Sona. And me, knowing that, took Sona away from them and ran. In fact, we were as good as being expelled from the Yaksha clan. And that's when Sagara suggested we flee the Sura realm altogether. And we decided to cooperate with her for the time being.
Cooperating with Sagara is a dangerous game. Like, it's a dangerous idea. You know, it might work out, but it more than likely won't, because unfortunately, you know, Sagara, she's unfortunate. She struggles a bit. You know, she's you know, not had the best of luck. You know, things haven't always worked out for her, shall we say? Yeah, maybe pick a different team. As unfortunate as it is. How about Hanuman? Weren't you King Hanuman's right-hand Sura?
As for King Hanuman, it's a painful situation, but she's a king now. Her former self, before she became a king, might have decided differently. But now, as a king, she must decide for the good of the majority. So we cannot expect her to help us. We should be thankful that she isn't willing to kill us herself.
Yeah, you'd be fucking dead. Like, you'd be dead outright. Lisa's just confused because she can't hear what any of them are saying. She's just like... I wonder, what does Sura speak sound like to like people that can't hear it? Because obviously for us reading it, it's just, you know, insert language you read here. So English. But what does it sound like? Is it just like noises? And I think I've asked this question before, but do all Sura speak the same language? Or do different clans that have like different dialects? Still the same language, but with like a different accent, different twang. Doesn't sound like anything, it's just like noise, like white noise. I guess, yeah, they aren't speaking in the same way that humans do, are they? But Ran can speak Sura. So surely he'd have to... There's just silence for normal people? Okay. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, but yeah. If you can't hear it, then... Yeah. So it's not like hearing like a bark or anything. It's just silence. Interesting. So that always implies that the ear fundamentally... Well, I mean, obviously fundamentally human and Sura ears are different. Of course they fucking are. They're entirely different creatures. Or at least the brains are different. So akin to... Okay, I see. So it is probably still the same language. A shame, because you... Like, you know, if only they had, like, accents. You can imagine the Yakshas being, like, Texan or something. I don't know. I don't know why I chose Texan for Yaksha. But you know, here it is.
Look at her. She looks so confused. She can't hear any of this. Ron, let me talk to my brother and Tadia. Why don't you take her to the city and discuss the current situation with the gods and other humans?
Wait. I'm against that idea. Vayu cannot be trusted.
Well, I understand you saying that from Asura's perspective, but these two are humans. We can stay out here, but it's better to send them to the city.
I'm telling you, sending them inside the city could be more dangerous. The Vayu I know is capable of doing anything to follow the decisions of the god realm. Oh, could he? And to the gods, those two have too many risk factors. The gods have always chosen what's safe for them and disregarded the rest. The history speaks for itself.
Still, he responded to the summoning to protect the city now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, after what we saw Vayu go through, Indra killing his betrothed, you know, and severing the betrothal, like, that is an interesting point that you just made, that the writings in the records, there's a, you know, a form of writing that Sagara and Astika didn't know. I assume that would be akin to like a, you know, the language of the gods, that only the gods would be able to read, or people on their level. That's the most likely assumption, right? I mean, that would make the most sense. Otherwise, who would have written them? But who wrote the records in the first place? Vishnu? Dunno, maybe. I mean, he has some dominion over them, but whether or not he wrote them is a different question. And yeah, Vayu has no spine. But after what happened to him, as I was saying, you can kind of understand where bro's come from. Like, bro had everything he cared about taken from him. Like, poor guy. No excuse to be a spineless bitch. But you can kind of get why. Exactly. He protected the city, not those two. I didn't care to help even when there was several instances of danger. Maybe he was watching and waiting for someone to die without getting his hands dirty. Vayu was like that, according to the records I've seen. But how believable are the records? Like, we know that they're manipulated. We fundamentally know that those records are we, as the reader, know that those records are manipulated. Right? But Maruna probably wouldn't. Having only seen them once. So, you know, they're cherry-picked to show you what... Only show you things that the god... That Vayu, Vishnu wants you to see. Presumably Vishnu. I mean, we do know that Ananta is a regressor, and the sins the University destroyed are recorded. That could be a writing system of possibilities which never materialize. It's true. Very true. That makes sense. Okay, so the ones that Maruna read were left by Timely's, not by Vishnu or Vishnu. Or Vishnu, or not Vishnu, and Vishnu, and not Vishnu. You know, we gotta really... Maybe you should... Because we got, like, a hypothetical... I think... How many hypothetical Vishnus did we get to last stream? Was it 5? Was it 6? If it's 5, you can have a Vishnu for every letter in Vishnu and just capitalize a different one. Okay. So yeah, that's fair. Maruna making the right call. Maruna, be more stubborn. Okay. I didn't remember that. Thank you, chat. I did not remember that. But again, this is why it's great to have you here. Because you remember things that I don't. Because you probably read this story at least more than once. You know? I mean, I read it literally last week. Not even a full week ago. And I don't remember, but... Shh. Huh? Vayu just left. The barrier is back to normal. The record's never outright lies, but I think what you are shown is meant to nudge you in the direction. Yeah, that's what I meant. What's shown to you is manipulated. The actual writing itself isn't, but it's what's shown to you is handpicked. Yeah. Again, Patty, you've said it exactly the same way. Yeah. You show them specific bits, take certain pieces of knowledge out of context to manipulate them in the way that you want to, to induce beliefs or actions in them that you want them to take. Whoever is manipulating the records, probably Vishnu. Or Vishnu. Or Vishnu. Or not Vishnu. Or Vishnu, not Vishnu. God. Yeah. Ananta kills the Taraka King, which we saw. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean Ananta is in Ananta that we saw? You know, the king of the Ananta clan? Or does that mean somebody bearing Ananta's name? Right? And who is the Taraka King? Obviously, we believe Yuta to be the Taraka King. But that's only because of his name. If somebody else would stake on his name, they themselves would become the Taraka King. So it doesn't actually tell you a whole lot. Especially in Kubera, where names hold a lot of power. And names can move around, as we've seen. That statement doesn't really mean shit. Plot twist, it's Lee's that kills Yuta. You wouldn't be saying that if that was, like, guaranteed to be true, because that would be a killer spoiler. So I don't believe you. But then maybe this is 4D chess, and I do believe you. I don't know. Or if somebody else became the Taraka. Exactly, like I said. Yeah. It really is, like, that sentence really does not... It sounds imposing, but knowing that it might not be in context, and we, as the readers, didn't even see the rest of, like, the record, it could mean literally anybody kills anybody else. Like, it could be quite literally anything. Yeah, I mean, the idea obviously comes to your head when you think, because obviously we've seen Lee's having Ananta's name, so she's the first candidate other than Ananta himself killing Yuta, the current Taraka king. But this is a romance, you know? You know? Maybe it'll end happily. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. We can only hope. Maybe. Probably not. That's wishful thinking.
He must have gone to Atera. That's a relief. With 2 gods there, Atera will be in good hands.
Or he's just fully left. You know? Maybe Rose just dipped.
Well then, let's get back to our talk now. Exchange some information, make plans, and so forth. If you're that wary of Vayu, then we could hide inside the water channel before he returns.
Sis, I meant to ask. Why are you keeping your head partially surified?
Nuh-uh. Nah, you don't know? You're siblings and you don't even know.
Okay, that's funny.
Ron, will you please stop talking to yourself and explain?
Sorry. Fucking hell. Fuck me. Ron has seen things, but there's probably nothing more terrifying than this. That's probably the scariest thing Ron's seen in his entire life. That and maybe Rana angry. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, that was funny. That was funny. Atera. Honey, please, don't do this.
Mommy!
Careful, Taksaka. They could die if you just throw them around like this. You... Man, more could die at your hands at this rate.
Yeah!
Sorry, stay put, everyone. I mean, it makes sense why he wouldn't give a fuck about humans. He's just, he'll toss them around. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's a dragon. He seems so, why does Agni look worn out? Like, bro's just chucking them around like they don't matter. Bro don't care. And Agni's getting fucking sick of it. He's like, just constantly back and forth. Damn it. It'd be so much easier to just wipe out everything. You say that, but you're holding back so as to not disappoint your granddaughter, right? Don't look at those ugly blue things. That one thinks I'm Kasak. I have no choice. Wow, you've changed so much, Taksaka. I'm sleepy, so stop talking to me. I'm doing it so you don't fall asleep. You didn't know? Bruh, as if you'd fall asleep mid-fight. Well, maybe. The grandfather that stepped up. The grandfather that's being the father. So I guess, yeah, the father that stepped up, but, you know, the grandfather. You know, he's being a good guy. Despite being a dragon, and mostly uncaring, he's being a good guy. And we appreciate that. We value that. He's been a good guy. Like a baller. Anyway, it's harder for us since we don't have a transcendental that's useful in this situation. Vi could handle this in the snap of a finger. Oh! Would you look at that? Speak of the... I don't want to say devil, I was trying to think of a pun, but yeah, speak of the devil. But there was no pun. Oh! Vayu! Taksaka has segregated all the humans. You can wipe them out now. Keep the dragon alive. Oh, alive. Awake. Challenge. Difficulty impossible. Yeah, real. But, you know, Agni is doing a good job. Yeah, Vayu's like, come on, just can someone mention me? I don't want to feel left out. But nah, Vayu wouldn't. Vayu's following his plans. Vayu's not the type to wait for a big entrance moment. He's just, you know, doing what he's told. Nah. If he's spineless, he wouldn't do that. If bro wasn't spineless, that's not how he'd act. If he wasn't spineless, he would do that. But he's spineless, so
The one manipulating those humans had to be hiding close by. They fled. They must have realized they got caught. The passage is still wide open. Don't they usually close it behind them when running away? It smells. I smell something fishy. It's too inviting. Yeah, left his spine at the top after his wife got fucking murdered. What now? Shall I let them be? If you decide to pursue them, I'll come along. I don't feel comfortable letting either one of you go alone. The other one should stay behind just in case. Right, second chapter for the day. Crazy that we've only read one in half an hour. But hey, that's the beauty of a stream, as we chat, we yap, we utter nonsense, yeah? We utter nonsense, and we are utter nonsense. That was a brilliant double entendre. I'm quite proud of myself for doing that completely on purpose, definitely so. Yeah, definitely on purpose. I didn't just spout that, and then, yeah, you know, it's great. God. You wouldn't think I do this very often. I just fucking spout shit. Like, what are the things that come out my mouth? This is absurd. Whatever. If one of us has to stay behind, I guess it should be me. Yo, don't look at me like that. I was kind of how many almost died because of you. Yeah, you can't leave Taksaka here. You cannot leave this man here. He'll fall asleep. Isn't the situation here pretty much settled? Besides, I have no reason to chase after the one that ran. I came to the human realm because of my son, and I went to Color Bloom. Then, back to Atera because of my granddaughter. I was defending part of Atera during Chandra's rampage for my granddaughter's sake. If not for her, I'd have just left Atera regardless of its fate. Season 3, episode 144, 145. That was 137/36 chapters ago. That's insane. There were many who said they wanted to read this together right next to Marina. You asked if he was reading the side story whistling, but I wonder if Marina would react this much to that. Corrigan's blog. Interesting. Interesting. And that girl's here in Atera. Do you get what I'm saying? Unless the one that escaped took her hostage, I have no reason to chase after them. Right, that's just who you are. I had high hopes, seeing how you've changed somewhat. What will you do, Agni? They won't be able to flee the planet with a transcendental that passes through the earth. I mean, that sounds logical, but then the water channels are a thing, so they could just get to the water channel. So I guess what you're saying is they can't flee via the transcendental, but yeah, sure. So even in the worst case scenario, there won't be an enemy the two of us can handle. But that might not be the case if it's either one of us alone. Kadra that was here before me. Anyone with that level of power could pose a threat to either of us alone. Yeah, Kadra is kind of nuts. Like, yeah, very fortunate that Chandra was there, because otherwise, yeah, they'd have been that Chandra appeared. Otherwise, they'd have just been fucked. Like, Kadra was gonna mess shit up. Like, Agni probably would have lost. Well, maybe not lost, but been in a. Well, actually, maybe he would have lost, because obviously back then there was the threat of, you know, if one of the gods gets eaten by a Taraka, the damage that would cause. Yeah. So that would have been a serious thing. Yeah, don't go alone. Don't go alone. If we want to play it safe, we should just ignore them and let them go. But it might also be an opportunity to find their base and wipe them out once and for all. We need to do something to stop getting ambushed all the time with no intel whatsoever. Agni, Are you aware that your passive stance is worse than the situation? Have you ever considered how frustrated and anxious the planet gods of Willarv must have felt?
Have we ever seen the planet god of Willarv? Like, any of them? Are they all dead? Like, where are they? Or are they just in the god realm? They're probably just in the god realm, chilling. Right? That's probably what's going on. They're just chilling in the god realm.
If you'd tried to find the cause of the Red Sky incident since the beginning of N15, or wipe out Sagara's side after she appeared, the situation could have been much different. Yet you always stayed close to your summoner and avoided risks. Even when there was a spare summoner on this planet, that allows you room to be more proactive and assertive.
Yeah, but Vayu, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I think his biggest sin is his indecisiveness. Yes, you're very true. But Vayu, look, man. Saying that it's a problem that he sticks too close to his summoner. Shut up, man. Shut up. That's his betrothed. Leave him be. Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Come on. Remember the past, brother. Like, Jesus Christ. Well, maybe you left that at the top as well. Really, Vayu, though? Really? That's low. That's low. Hypocrite. Little bitch. Little punk ass bitch.
In the end, you're no different from the dragon standing behind you, although you may hold slightly more accountability for other humans.
Summoners like health points, yeah. They're a resource. That's how, obviously, Vayu's going to view this, because the summoner isn't his betrothed. But obviously, if the summoner is your betrothed, you're not just going to be like, if they die, oh well. It's like going, if my wife dies, I've got another resource, you know? Weird comparison. But you know, like, you just wouldn't. And both Vayu and Agni didn't do anything about the genocide of their betrothed people. Very true. Very true. Was the last that Agni could do, if you remember correctly? Probably. But yeah, neither of them did do anything about the massacre of the AHR. So. I mean, they at least kept one soul. One soul that were, well, 2 souls. They kept 2 souls that we're aware of. You know? That's, a tiny little, thing that Agni kind of allowed to, push to have happen. Not on his own. He needed, the other gods to agree with him to let it happen, which they did. But, the small saving grace.
You're just protecting others as extras while you protect your summoner. To me, you're both the same. Hey, stop picking on us. What's wrong with protecting what we want to protect? I heard you, Vayu. Let's go together. Really? Are you seriously going? Why not just protect what's important to you? What a complicated bunch.
One thing I love about Kubera is that every character gets called out at one point or another. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Now, Agni, just give Vayu a slap across the face, though. Like, he deserves it. He's not saying anything that's vastly incorrect, but you are entirely justified in your actions, Agni. Like, I appreciate, as a human being, I appreciate you valuing an individual human being above, someone you've never met. I value that. Okay? I appreciate that. Value what you hold close, If it's important to you, hold it close and protect it. Don't just let it go. Give Vayu a slap. He needs it. Season 3, episode 281, Kubera and Kubera, 17. We've come far enough. Even Vayu won't be able to detect us. I wonder if they're going to end up bumping into Vayu, He has. Like, Agni has been very passive. Agni has been very passive. I switched the A sounds. Yeah, and Brilith, yes, Brilith has commented on it, but, let bro be, The universe is a complicated matter. You gotta be very careful. And, if you take risks, you might lose the only things you care about. But also being ultra indecisive will also result in you never achieving anything you want, so you sometimes do have to make movements. So yeah, half of what Vayu was saying is correct. Half of it, however, he needs a slap across the face for, or a punch in the stomach, or a kick in the teeth. Well, any of the three I'd be fine with. It's like when Asha criticized Ran for being chill with Maruna, which is very true. He was, and it was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But also, like, fuck does Asha have a right to be, to talk about empathy? Yeah, exactly. But also, saying, we've come far enough, even Vayu won't be able to detect us. I wonder if they're going to end up bumping into Vayu anyway. That seems like, dramatic irony right there. Sun doesn't look like he'll be waking up anytime soon. I'm sorry. He has to wake up first in order to give your necklace back. This is a savage group power-wise. I mean, you're not wrong. You got a 5th stage, a 4th stage, a 4th stage, and a 5th stage chaos attribute. And you've got Ran, who has the Archer's Heart, and you have Lise, who has the Sword of Return, and all that, those Kali items, the fucking Kubera boots that give her ultra regeneration while she's touching the ground. Like, yeah, this group is wild, power-wise. Especially now that Maruna understands how to use his 5th stage, properly. Unlike when he first transformed and couldn't figure out how to turn back. Or how to unfurl his wings. My favorite type of this line is Aravada telling gods, protecting the universe is just letting 10 people live 100 years instead of 100 live for 10. Yeah. And Calving isn't your average 4 stage, she's more like a 4.5 stage in terms of power. And she's also got should be quite well versed in the world, having, been raised by fucking Vishnu. Before Vishnu became, left and said, if you see me in the future, don't trust me because I'll be fucking mental. Right? That Vishnu, hypothetical future Vishnu. Right? So, yeah, Kalavinka is a cut above the rest.
It's all good. I was ready to lose it for good anyway.
So the subject needs to be conscious for you to put the item on them? Needs to be unconscious. Well, it doesn't need to be unconscious, but it can be put on them unconscious. But yeah. But conscious to take it off them? How peculiar.
That's because it was designed to keep Suras with hostile tendencies from going wild. In fact, Tadia had it before me. That's why it looked like a dog collar. Kalavinka, please.
My little sis without that item. Their head remains the Sura form. Huh?
You're still not over the shock? Brother, you that hung up on my face? Ram was cool with it after the first shock.
What? I'm sorry, what? It looks no different than a flatfish. What? She looks more like a chicken than a fish, but okay. Of course, I'm cool with it too, no matter what you look like. Is Maruna a siscon? Probably. Well, I don't know if he's just, I think he's just, he holds family close. He values his family a lot, Like he was trying to get Yuta back as well in the beginning. He just cares about his family. He cares about his siblings, Look how happy she is. She's so happy. I'm really cool with it.
Then, are you okay with me not getting the collar back?
Like, is it? So this is a meme. This is like a Korean meme. What? Just whoosh over my head. So that's a meme. I mean, to be fair, meme culture is a mess anyway. Like, I can't really be like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that Korean meme when memes over here are also nonsensical half the time. So, yeah, fair. No, you should still get it back. You said it helps you suppress your hostility.
Oh, that's fine. I can get myself together as long as I don't fully surify. I was still young when I couldn't control myself. I grew out of that,
Shit, yeah, you're right. Doctor does call Jinhyuk a sunfish. But why? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? You know, it's probably better off. Ignorance is bliss. If you want to tell me, go ahead.
So, to summarize everything you just told me, Talia had no choice but to cooperate with the Ananta because her friend was about to get executed. And you, Ron, had a long journey from Conchest to Willarv, during which you separated from Maruna, but met his sister Kalavinka by coincidence.
Yep, after wandering with Kalavinka for some time, we finally got back and met Maruna again.
Then, I have a few questions.
But I can't give you any details about the journey even if I wanted to.
No, my question isn't about the journey. Didn't you act like you knew Maruna's location back in Kalabloom?
Long is the understatement of the century. Yeah. Long journey. Yeah, we only went back to the dawn of the fucking universe. And back again. Oh, God.
You said he'd been watching us from somewhere above, as if you'd just separated from him moments ago. But you're saying that you barely just met him today?
What? You said that. But how? Even I wasn't sure whether you were back then, but you even knew my location.
I didn't see you with my own eyes, I mean. Ron didn't see, but I did. I saw you and told Ron.
Covering for him? You covering for him? How did Ron know? I don't believe... something dodgy about this. You're too goodwill, Calvin. You'd cover for him even if it was, like... I don't know. I don't know about this one, Chief. There's something sussy going on with these two here. So apparently the sunfish thing is from a game called Sunfish Mola Mola. Right, okay, the Mola Mola I get because there's a Pokemon named that's based on the sunfish called a Lola Mola. So, okay, I assume it's just a play on the name for sunfish. Well, the sunfish dies very easily. In ORV, Doctor calls Jinhyuk a sunfish because he gives up very easily on life and wants to die. Okay, I see that. But where the fuck does the sunfish come in for Kalavinka? She does not look like a fish. She looks like a chicken. But thank you. That makes a lot of sense. But what the fuck? I was visible to you. I didn't think I was close enough to be seen from the ground.
You say that because you just don't get how enormous your Suriform is, my big brother. Ordinary humans couldn't have seen you, but I could with my superb vision.
Does that mean it doesn't necessarily seem to fit here? But I've seen sunfish used so often in Korean media, it probably transcends the original meaning. Right, it's just sunfish funny. It is effective. It's effectively just become sunfish. Sunfish is what I'm gathering from this. Is it's just sunfish. Haha. What's a good comparison from Western media where something that's just like this just transcended its original meaning? There could be plenty of things, but all of them evade me because I'm probably too used to them. Yeah, Lise, Kalavinka told me. You know gurus have good eyesight, right? Whenever I see chibis of well, not chibis, but like the flat-faced versions, it's like no thoughts, head empty, head empty. Even with a ... of a thinking, it's like head empty, no think. Weird. If she saw me, then she shouldn't. Then shouldn't she also have seen some foddy that was fighting with me? But she isn't mentioning a thing about some foddy. Yeah, nah. What's going on here? That's bullshit, but I believe it. I mean, look, Ron, you could have just said that, you had good vision because of everything that went on with you, getting more power and Yaksha's heart or something. You could have just pulled something out your ass like that, right? And that would have been more believable, right? But then this still would have applied for you knowing about Samfari or not. So, yeah. None of the easy explanations cover all bases. So, yeah. Damn, who knew Maruna had, gotten smart? He didn't used to be this clever.
Alright. My second question is about Tadia.
Yeah, bruh. That look in her eyes, she's like, nah, that ain't true. He's changed. He lying. Why the fuck you lying? Oh my god, Vines. Fuck me. But nah, those are those are not believing eyes. Yeah, Marina literally fucking, he locked in. He had his Slumdog Millionaire moment.
Originally, they only intended to threaten by breaking the barrier, but the situation escalated due to Sona's rash behavior. Isn't enough to explain their actions. Even if we put aside the fact that their actions led to innocent casualties.
Oh, seriously. You keep saying to a friend that the ... dots in Kubera have meaning. He got a bit frustrated at that. Lamau. Yeah. I mean, the ... dots are either, typically in fiction, ... dots are either used to show contemplation. So ... dots aren't just like a pause. They're typically contemplative. Is that a word? If not, it is now. Right, they're typically showing contemplation, like the characters in thought. So that's kind of the way I've interpreted them, but yeah. If you just don't want to say something, but it's a way of expressing the character's lack of an answer as being an answer in itself, but also they not being able to say something or not wanting to say something. Yeah, and that's how I've always taken the ... dots. You interpret them as being. I'm saying keep this in your mind. I mean, yeah, you could, but Lee's thinking about this. I mean, like fuck, does she believe what Ran has just said? I think she's gonna buy it for the time being, but like fuck, does she believe that? Just because it's like not overly important. I think she's deemed it not to be important, hence why she's just moving on from it. But there's no way Ran's getting away with something's gonna come up that's gonna cause pleading the fifth or Oracle. Real. Exactly, Cardell.
It's hard to believe they'd go so far as to risk a god intervening and still provoke and break the barrier. Why would they risk their lives to carry out such a mission for a mere temporary alliance? If they intended to cut ties with the Ananta, wouldn't it make more sense to do so by refusing to take on that dangerous mission in the first place? What do you think, Ron?
Don't ask Ron.
How do I explain this? Honestly, I can't make sense of this part myself. Why on earth would you agree to a mission that dangerous for a temporary alliance?
Every character in Kubera has I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble moment at least once. I think it's more than once. It's like every other Tuesday for like characters in the story where if they speak, they will suffer. It's just a typical 12 o'clock.
The plan was to crack the barrier and then submit to the gods after explaining our situation. Expressing refusal in front of Sagara was too dangerous.
I ain't buying it. Is she that strong? To the point you'd rather choose the risk of facing a god?
More than Sagara herself.
I mean, she does have a very threatening ally, doesn't she?
It's the other Sura she brought from the Sura realm that pose a real threat.
Yeah, she got a very threatening ally, doesn't she? Like a seriously threatening ally.
You've already met one of them, back in Bloom.
Season 3, episode 145 to 146. Again, 136 to 135 chapters ago.
Insanity. There are more like them. Sagara didn't use all her cards in that attack. She knew Maruna could develop and come back, and that more gods would be summoned. Her confidence, despite this knowledge, implies she has the means to counter them.
Can you tell us who they are?
I don't know them all, but the most powerful among the ones I know is cooperating with Sagara not due to some ulterior motive, but because they genuinely wish Sagara's dream to come true.
It's Lorraine.
That's what makes them the scariest. What's worse, even Agni's attacks will barely do any damage to them.
I love how Kurigam understands people can't keep up with the amount of references she makes to past content, though even the ones she shows are not even close to everything. Yeah. Like, the amount of stuff, like, we have had 579 chapters of Kubera, and to fully grasp the story, you kind of need to remember every single chapter that's happened in, like, sufficient detail. Like, it is mental, like, how well tied together everything is, to the point where you kind of just need to be the author to understand everything. To be continued. Stream chapter 3. Oh, it's Vasuki. It looked like the rain for a second because of the brown hair, but oh, this is even worse. This is arguably a hell of a lot worse. Oh, sweet mother of God. It's Vasuki. Oh no. Oh no, not the hiccups. Not the hiccups, no! If you remember last stream, you'll remember why I'm saying that. There's a reference. There's a callback, some might say. Comedy. If you don't explain the joke, it's funnier, but hey, here we are. Vasuki deserves better than Sagara? Nah, I think he's willing. I think he's winning. I think Vasuki's winning. Like, he's winning big time. I mean, he's not, because he is gonna get, like, cucked, but still. You know? He's half winning. Until, you know, if Ananta comes back, then he's just hard losing. But for now, he's winning. So, I mean, he's a bit of a simp. But he's winning. You know? Just saying. Just saying. Hey, Agni. It's been a while. Vasuki. Ananta Nastika. Vasuki. If you were cooperating with Sagara, why not do it 7 years ago? Why now? Yeah, I know Sagara doesn't want him. Who cares? Such is life. Such is life. But, like, you know, he at least gets some modicum of attention. And that's probably good enough for him. So, from his perspective, he's winning. For now. And then he'll be hard losing.
There's a character that appears a bit later on in this arc that people found, like, within the hour since the chapter released in Season 1. What the fuck? People really do got PhDs in this series. What the hell? Not only do you need, like, a full degree to understand the Vishnu theory, right? But you need, like, a doctorate to comprehend everything. What the fuck?
Bruh. What the fuck?
Vi should know the answer to that question. We've often run into each other in the sewer realm in the past 7 years, you know.
Are things that bad for the Ananta? Is that why the entire clan's going all in for Ananta's resurrection?
In essence, yes. 7 years ago, I was needed in the sewer realm as the acting king. Not to mention, I wasn't fond of Sagara's plan. I couldn't even tell whether her plan aimed to bring back Ananta the king, or Ananta the subject of her infatuation. I mean, I stepped back so she could be united with Manasvin, but instead she ditched him and took the throne by expedient means.
Also, Vasuki's in his male form again. It looks like he's in his male form. Or is he not? I actually can't fucking tell. Like, the jaw's so like, he looks very masculine. I don't care. I don't care. Because obviously here he's female, but, like, I don't see no bust, so I'm assuming male. Oh, boobs. No, male. He's male? Okay, I was right. I'm going to read your comment second, Patek, but I don't want to think about... Let's not think about that. The 4-minute announcer, Nastika, as a whole, are just a web of drama. Real. Like, they really are. And as, isn't Manasvin Sagara some sort of incest? I mean, well... It's literal homosexuality. Bloody hell. I mean, I see where you're coming from and it's not wrong, but fuck, my brain hurts. Is it incest? Well, I mean, they... Oh, fucking hell. So, they were brought about by the names from the name of the same, like, yeah, of Manasa, right? But then other stuff, and then some more stuff, and then they were brought about. Are they related? Because they share an origin in the name? I'm just not even gonna. I'm just moving on. Moving on. No, put that thought through the shredder. Nope. Moving on. Back then, I really didn't know what to think. Sagara, Manasvin, they were all my beloved clanmates. And I couldn't even get angry knowing that my yielding the throne was the root cause of everything. After Sagara left, I spent my days cooped up in the nest, lost in thought. And the more I thought, the deeper my self-hatred grew. But the funny thing is, I'd completely forgotten about Sagara for the last 7 years. Yeah, everybody did, don't worry, not just you. Everybody did. Me and everyone else. We all knew that Manasvin was no longer our king. But no one knew who the new king was. Everyone thought it had to be me, but I couldn't use emotional resonance or any other king skills for that matter. That's an interesting thing. The title of king brings abilities. It's almost as if being the king adds attributes to your, like how does becoming the king work? Because it's not just the strongest Nastika is the king, and therefore emotional resonance. By being appointed the king, you then gain the abilities of the king. Yeah, it's not just that it... Like, it has... The king... A king is also, you know, a name of sorts. So being the king is... yeah, it's in the... brilliant. Thank you. As I was just about to say. It's the name. So it adds... It's literally like an affix to your name. And so, hence, it comes with more powers. Amid all the chaos, the Tiraka started attacking us. And my clanmates were dying in front of my eyes. Resenting me for everything. And the God of Earth... God of Earth? Yeah, of course Kubera wasn't there for you. Who could have created a favourable condition for us wasn't there. That was the kind of shit I had to put up with for the last 7 years. Now most survivors have already switched to the Asura, and leaving very few as Anantas. Sagara's presence has been erased during the last 7 years. I also learned about it just recently. Yeah, I know. Sagara explained everything up until her return. So you're saying you'll still be on her side after she put you through all that agony? That's how desperate I am. Although I'm not in favor of this resurrection plan. It's the last resort. If this doesn't work out, it'll be the end of our kind. Poor Vasuki, man. Poor guy. He's having a lot of, like, pressure thrown on him that he just, you know, doesn't deserve to have to deal with. Sucks to be Vasuki sometimes. Season 3, episode 282, Kubera and Kubera, 18. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, what the hell? She has no intention of hiding her power. Is she making a statement? We're getting ready to go all out. Yeah, you can't help but feel for Vasuki. Like, poor guy. Like, he's just been through shit. He deserves better. But he also still he deserves Sagara. He can have Sagara too. Like that's fair. That's pretty good. That sounds good to me. Careful, Vayu. Exhibiting that high of a transcendental value in human form and in the human realm. Yeah, and what's wrong with being a Sagara? Like, look, we've established this before. Being a Sagara simp is just being normal. It just comes naturally. It's just being a normal human being. Okay? Come on now. I'm not reading that, Pate. I'm not reading that. I'm not saying that out loud. I'm not saying that, Pate. And yes, see, cut up. See, I knew you were on side, Cardell. I knew you were on side. Most people are on side on the Sagara agenda. Pate, that's not being said. There are limits to the cringe, Awalata. That is a limit. No. I will not. No. Probably means that she passed through the passage the same way as Taksaki. Not she, but it doesn't matter. Same way as Taksaka. Yeah, I heard about that from God Brahma before I came. That necklace is telling us we were right. I've tested the waters. Yes, you have. You have indeed. You found there's a line. I've drawn a line in the sand and the ocean will not wash it away. Vasuki, why don't you calm yourself down? I feel like... What? How did we get here? Like from this to this. I feel like we've missed something. But we haven't. Okay. Your friend Taksaka is also on Willarv, you know. According to him, all your power gets manifested through Kali while wearing that necklace. And overexertion could turn you into a Taraka. That's what happened to Kadri before he died. He was overtaken by his overwhelming power and turned into a Taraka. Whether you're doing this for Sagara, your clan, or some other ulterior motive. It can't be good if something happens to you. Don't you think? Well, I mean, we went from, you know, chatting to, like, I guess he's just stood there. He's just emitting aura. It's just his aura. It's just his aura that's causing, like, okay, fair. It's just his sheer presence. I thought he did something and we missed what he did, but no, it's literally just him being there. Like, Vasuki is just emitting aura. Okay, fair. Never mind. I didn't miss shit. It just felt like I did because I wasn't paying attention. Nah, he's just emitting aura. Yeah, I mean, Vasuki he should have been king, but chose not to be. I mean, I appreciate your concern, but I don't think I need to overexert myself to deal with the two of you. Don't you think? I mean, yeah, Agni can't really do shit to him. Like, what's Agni gonna do here? Man's made of fucking fire. Like, firing fire at him ain't gonna do shit. So it's literally just Vasuki versus Vayu. Like, Agni's fucking useless here. Agni can't do jack. Like, brother can't do jack shit. He's also a multi-headed snake. He's like a hydra. Or an orochi. Like, he's multi-headed as well. Balling as fuck. Like, it's the only one that can do anything here is Vayu. Don't even let it brush you! Just dodge it! Good call. Good call. Yeah, my god. Yeah, Vasuki might be a threat. Vasuki might be a problem. you know, to, like, anybody that he doesn't like. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Vi saying, I won't make you regret summoning me, Miha. I mean, I don't know. He might just fucking die. Like, I don't see how they're winning this.
I meant to dodge it by far, but I barely made it. My teleportation didn't work as it should.
Omae wa mo shindeiru. Nani? Is what you're saying there. Thalabolt? Balt? Thibalt? I assume I'm saying that right. So Cigar called him out for being an asshole, using Vasuki's Transcendental. Oh, right. I see. It's season 1, man. I mean, the Night That Rained Fire was peak, but I don't fucking remember that. Ancient Judgment. It's the technique I never got to acquire despite my efforts to learn it using the Sword of Infernal Fire. Which means you've never survived it before. That's right. He must be dead serious. Sona, can you hear me? Saria? Ah! Oh, no, she's not our enemy. Filling him in.
Fine, it's not like I want to keep wearing this stuff. Wait, Sona, hold on. It'll be bad if you got out of control again, so let's clarify this first. Although Ron has former King Yaksha's heart, he'd considered Ron his dear friend and cherished their friendship. If you truly look up to the former king, you must learn to honor his will. Sona's attitude right now means that he's sorry.
What attitude? That? But if his hostile tendency was at play, it could always happen again. I should keep on my toes.
Sona, I've decided to join these folks here. I won't follow orders from Anantas anymore. And so should you. Alright, I get it. Here, take this.
Sona did nothing wrong. I disagree. Caused a lot of problems. Right? Like, that whole situation wasn't pleasant. I mean, I guess protected Yuta, but still, I don't know. I feel like Sona's could be. Sona is like Sona's a ticking time bomb, man. Like, at any point, that chaos attribute could just cause so many issues that Sona's just a cute bunny. I'm sorry, but did you? Hold on. Hold on. What part of this is a cute rabbit? Like, a what? She's a baby that's been locked up for 10,000 years? Probably justified. God forbid a bunny have fun from time to time? Yeah. Yeah, no. God forbid a bunny have fun from time to time. Is this the... Yeah, this is where we were. Ah! Too much.
You have to let yourself put this back on, right? You need help? Oh, not anymore. I made it so I'm exempt from that rule when I was training in some remote place a while back. Since there was nobody else, I had to put it back myself, so...
Oh.
I see great relief on your face, my beloved brother.
Look again. My face looks the same. You're literally shimmering. You're shimmering, brother. Look, he just wants what's best for his sister, alright? He just wants what's best for his sister. And, you know, looking like a chicken, you know, this might cause her problems in the future, you know? She might struggle to find a good mate if she looks like a chicken, you know? That's all he's worried about. The face of a liar. Okay, yes, he's a bunny. But he's also a potential threat to the fucking universe, alright? That's not being silly. If you can't control your violent tendencies, then you've got work to do. Self-control is a very important aspect. You can have some fun, but you've got to be controlled, okay? And Sona is not very controlled, as it would seem. You've got to be zen. You've got to be blissful. You've got to be composed. Do not give in to your anger. For it is when we are angry that we make foolish decisions. We do things that we will regret. Okay? Sona needs to learn. And if a physical lesson is required for Sona to learn that, then so be it. So, where should we go now? We can't just stay here to avoid Vayu, you know?
Yuta should be our priority. How's Yuta doing in the Sura realm? Please, Tadia. I need the truth.
Yuta. Ah. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh. I need to get a coffee in me as well. Oh, by the way, I haven't done it. Today's your daily reminder. Exercise. Go to the gym. Go for a jog. Do a light workout in your room or in your living room, wherever. Trust me. You'll appreciate it from yourself, not from me. You'll just appreciate yourself more for it. You'll thank yourself in the future. Just do it. Exercise. Time for the second half of Kubera and Kubera. Oh no. Which Kubera?
She's referring to Chitayu.
Oh, him? He must be dead by now. Needing coffee and food, go to food. Well, look, so when I say I need food and coffee, I've got a coffee machine, right? So it's going to be like a 15-minute job for me to, because I want to warm the coffee machine up first so that the pull time from the actual coffee is better and that it's a nice, stable temperature and that the pressure of the water is good so you get a nice even pull of the coffee so the aromas and the flavors balance out better and you get a more full flavor as opposed to like either a more bitter or more dilute flavor. It's a very fine balance. You can brave nah, it's fine. I'm not like dying of hunger. Like I'll be fine for like another half hour. We'll probably go like this chapter and next one because this one's the over. We'll finish after the next chapter. I think. Just this was only meant to be a short stream because I couldn't be recording a video for today. Even though I said, but yeah, you got to balance out there, and then you got to get the milk, the steaming one for the milk done. Coffee person, I am a coffee person. I didn't used to be. I used to hate coffee. Right, I used to absolutely despise coffee. But that's because the only coffee I drank was like just dirt water. That just didn't taste like anything. It was just bitter as fuck and just was terrible. And then I had good coffee. And then my world changed. And now I really like coffee. I used to be a tea person, but now I'm a coffee person. Coffee's just better, I'm afraid. Which, as a Brit, I'm ashamed to admit that I prefer coffee over tea. But maybe it's just because I've not had high quality tea, Maybe if I ever have like some really, really premium high quality tea, I'll be on the tea grind again. But right now, coffee's where it's at. Coffee's where it's at. It's just the way it be.
More were agreeing to kill him when we left. But there were others against it, so he should still be okay.
Not for long, though. Since Asura was about to step in, and Brahma and the other gods were soon joining as well. That's, Bro, what? I think I remember Asura showing up, but I don't remember, I think we saw a shot of Brahma somewhere, but what the hell? Oh, Lord. Yeah, Yuta's in a pinch. They're all like... Thing is, Lisa's face here, right? I mean, he is, because he's the king of the Taraka. But killing him is actually a mistake. I think killing him is what Kali wanted, because when he comes back, he will just be the king of the Taraka. Like, Yuta, who had been raised by, Shuri, wouldn't be a thing anymore. I've seen Chinese tea making with those with like loose leaves and aged teas and teapots that pour tea over. And I mean, good tea looks good, but again, coffee is just, it's got like a fuller, like a nice body to it. And I'm more of a black tea than a green tea kind of guy. I like English tea. I've never really had green tea, so I say that. And I just like dark teas. When I was in India many years ago, I had like proper black tea over there, and that was fucking delicious. Like, that was delicious. Maybe I'd like green tea. Don't know. But yeah, that's a fun tidbit. But yeah, Lisa's expression, despite not being able to understand or hear anything they're saying, she's kind of figured out the mood, because this is not a blissfully ignorant expression. This is a oh shit. Everybody else is like, oh fuck. But Lisa's kind of cottoning on, I think, despite not being able to hear anything they're saying. Those jokes just wouldn't listen to me when whatever. I warned them enough. They can all get in for all I know. It's none of my business now. Ron, what are they saying? Well, they say Utah might be in danger. If that's the softer version, he must be on the brink of death. Then let's go to the Sewer Realm. We have Yuta's big brother and little sister. And 2 5th stage capable of using the Crescent Gate like Mr. Kasak does. What's there to keep us from saving Yuta? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, nothing. There's nothing stopping you. Except, you know, that going to the Sewer Realm might be a terrible fucking idea. Because it's the goddamn Sewer Realm and it is in... Well, I mean, you were there for 7 years. But it's in a bit of a state. Brother, you can use the Crescent Gate? What's stopping us? Lisa, the very foundation of the universe. Everything is stopping you, Lise. What do you... Come on now. You should know this. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might just find you get what you need. You can't always get what you want by the Rolling Stones. Really, really good song. I mean, yeah, she can very easily go there, but it might just not be the best idea. Oh, that. I tried using it after you and Ron left, but I couldn't get it to work in that space. Beside that, some other transcendentals came to my head after I developed. I'm sure they're all 5th stage transcendentals, and the Crescent Gate is Sura specific, so it must have occurred to you when you were in Sura form. Why don't you use it now as practice if you still haven't? Wait, use the Crescent Gate to go to the Sura realm? Are you serious? I wouldn't recommend it. That transcendental is meant for spatial leaps within the same dimension. It shouldn't be used as a door to cross between the human and Sura realm. But the passage that's used for spatial leaps is the Taraka's stronghold. We'd be passing through somewhere in the abyss. There's a risk we could get lost. But there's also a chance we could find the way out to the Sura realm. Just a chance. You could just end up in the fucking abyss and die. Just a chance. God damn it. Sony, you're not very intelligent, are you? But there's no way we could all get through all that aggression. I've done it before. I'm sure you have, on your own. And also, you are Chaos Attribute. That was probably thanks to them going easy on you. But they're not Chaos like you are. I'm saying this out of genuine concern. The Abyss is dangerous. It's dangerous enough even when you know the way. I mean, they've been to the Abyss before, haven't they? You know? Maruna and Ron have. Not that they know their way around it. Given that it's the water channel of the Sura realm, but still. Yeah, they've been there. If you use the Crescent Gate, your destination will be totally random. Not only will you end up in the middle of nowhere, but you'll also need to deal with the Taraka rapidly lashing out at you from every corner. My apologies. EP. I'm a grass man. Instead of being EP, I should be getting a job. Tadia is one of the good ones? Real. Yeah, it was in the past they went to the Abyss. It was during one of the time travel arcs. Yeah. Yeah, the Abyss, maybe stay away from the Abyss, actually thinking about it. The Abyss, just don't go there. It doesn't seem worth it, actually. Nah, yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
This is why even the 5th stages are reluctant to use it. And even when they do, they'll drop everything else and run toward the exit. Are you suggesting that we fight the Taraka in such a place, while we look for the passage to the Sura realm? That's a hard no. It's one of those things we should never do, especially not when the Taraka have gotten much more powerful. But to us, this is a matter of saving a family member. Plus, you said that Sona next to you is also against letting Jatayu die? That's right, so I'm coming too. Sona, did you forget why we fled to the human realm in the first place? I came because you wanted me to. I didn't think it was a bad idea to stay there and fight. Now that we got companions willing to put up a fight together, I say we really should go back. Tadia, you don't have to come. Stay here if that's what you want to do. We're rescuing our family, and someone's willing to fight, but you don't seem to feel the same.
Leave her here. Can't do that. She's been taking orders from the Ananta until just recently, and she can't be fully trusted. Not just yet. If she refuses to come along, I'll have to kill her. Being Kalavinga's friend can't help this.
Hold up. Is this guy trying to pick a fight or something?
Season 3, episode 283. Kubera and Kubera, 19.
Whoa. What's up with this atmosphere?
What's up with the atmosphere? Your brother's willing to kill your friend. That's what.
Ron Cyruf, what will you do? If you're also going to the Sura realm, I'll follow. I can't stay behind by myself anyway.
Me? Fucking hell. There is a presence lurking over your shoulder, Ran. I feel like your decision is being somewhat compelled by the presence that is looming over your shoulder. I feel like you don't have a choice, Ran. Oh? Well, yeah, you don't have a choice. It's being made for you.
Ron, you should stay. You didn't really have a choice about going to Concha since you were the best fit for the mission. And it was a god giving you the order. But going to save Yuta is different. You don't have to feel obliged. I know the place is too dangerous for you, and your family's right here.
This moment actually hurts so bad. The rift between Lise and Ran. There's always been, like... Thing is, even if you go back to, like, when Ran was traveling with Asha and Lise, back in the early days, when things were slightly less, desolate, there was always, like, a gap between them. There's always been space between them. Maruna's new Transcendental is a new set of balls. What? It's because he's speaking out. He's not being a little bitch. I get what you're saying. The early days. I know, they looked so much brighter than than they did at the time. Who'd have thought we'd have ended up here? What is she saying? Ron is much stronger than her.
I don't think she knows any of that stuff. Anyway, it's true that Ron has no reason to go to the Sura realm. I know how we can solve everything. Since my brother is skeptical about leaving Tadia here by herself, why doesn't Ron stay with her and keep watch? We know for sure Ron's not on Ananta's side, so we can trust he'll stop Tadia if she does anything suspicious, and Sona comes with us. Since Ron can't handle him, what do you all say?
Yeah, that should do. I'll leave her to you, Ron Cyruf.
Oh, Ron, I have a favor to ask before I leave. Could you grab some things I need from the city, please? Wow, look at you, Ron. So smooth using Honey Value.
Ron clearly feels guilty that Yuta isn't his number one priority, while Lee's self-esteem has been so broken she feels like she doesn't have the right to ask anything from anyone. I mean, look, Ron shouldn't feel guilty that Yuta isn't his number one priority, because he's made it abundantly clear that his family is. And you can understand why he'd think that. And obviously Lee's, yeah, she's broken beyond repair. She doesn't feel like she deserves anything. And yes, she could always ask Ron as her friend to come with her. But I think she does also understand that, you know, well, if Ron says no, it's not wrong for him to say no. You know what I mean? It's a really rough relationship that these two have. I got some other stuff you might need on top of the ones you asked for. Especially this one. I got instead of a regular notebook. Oh, I know that machine. It translates your writing into a voice humans can hear.
Really? Anyway, you were so quick getting all these things.
I thought it might be troublesome if we ran into a god, so I hurried up. Plus, finding my brother in the city is nothing. But things didn't look that good. Everyone talking about a Sura that infiltrated while the barrier was broken.
A Sura infiltrated the city?
Hey, you two. You never mentioned anything about this.
Oh, that! We knew nothing about that.
Really, Tadia? Really, no. You knew nothing. Did you really know nothing? I don't believe you, Tadia. I don't believe you. What's the deal with this, huh? Really now?
Sona and I were told to break the barrier and draw attention. And all we heard about Sagara is that she's aiming for a Terra. To Sagara, Taksaka is the biggest nuisance, so the plan was to provoke him on purpose to eliminate him.
So our plan was to get rid of enraged Taksaka, and the guards trying to stop him all at once.
Then, if it's a mission failed, Tadia. The reason I came here from Atera is because Agni arrived. Taksaka looked like he was about to lose himself at some point, but Agni was able to step in and calm him down. Yeah, well, that's good news.
Ah, nah. No, Tadia, no. I don't trust that smile of yours, Tadia. You're not an expressive individual. That feels very off. Nuh-uh. No. I don't like this. Don't worry, Lise. The guards won't turn a blind eye if the Sura if they're in the city. And I'll go ahead and help right away. You should go now and save Yuta. Forget about the mess here and focus on what you need to do. Saving Yuta is as important.
Thank you, Ron.
And back to Vasuki, Agni, and Vayu. We can't let him exert her power like this. Oh god, I'm just gonna read it as her, fuck it. Even though it's very clearly a male form. That necklace won't last much longer. Should we withdraw for now? We'll have to face her eventually, but as is, we won't get anywhere.
I've been thinking the same for a while, but we can't. There's some kind of force that impedes movement. Even the transcendental for moving short distances isn't working properly. How could we shake her off when we're barely dodging her attacks? Agni, we should rather consider negotiating with Vasuki.
Negotiate?
Right. Make a deal. Give the Ananta what they want, and we buy time, for instance. Sacrifice one of the remaining Kubera.
Ah, Vayu! Are you hearing yourself? You know very well the risk of Ananta's resurrection.
I know the imminent apocalypse is a bigger problem. Taraka is dead, and there's not much time left until the succession of the throne. If not knowing whether resurrected Ananta will be our foe or an ally is an uncertain catastrophe. The one to claim the throne is the definite apocalypse, the end of this universe.
So you're suggesting we sacrifice Kubera?
No, we don't need to take any action. As one of the Kubera will soon die.
Which one? Do we think it's Lise? Or Lila? Well, there's the Crescent Gate.
And I think that's a nice cliffhanger to end things on here.
So we'll leave that there for today.
Shorter stream than the past two, but, you know, sometimes we just go for a little bit less than usual, you know? That's how it be. Oh, stretch. Oh, that felt good. Oh, that felt really good. God, I love having a webcam. I can see, like, look at that. Oh, lovely. Anyway, sorry. Enough flexing. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream here. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say. Hope you've, you know, all enjoyed. Had a nice time. I certainly have. These chapters were bloody wild. Most likely, since the gods chose Lila. I need to sneeze. There we are. Bless me. Thank you. 1 and on to 2 Vasuki 3 Manasfin? What is that in reference to, Cardell? Good night. It's 2 p.m. This is not good night. This is 2 p.m. But if it's night time for you, have a good night. Or good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it is for you in the world. Yeah, it's a big place. But yeah. Yeah, leave a like, comment, sub, notification bell, share the video around. Yeah, the good stuff. Anyway, ta-ta for now.